Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red. Last time we visited Bill, and we ended up catching Arba, who I'm sure will be helpful for one or two things here in the future. Probably not immediately, but you know, gotta build up that team. Anyway, this time we are going to head back into town to finally tackle Misty, because we can do that now. I didn't know that at the time. I thought I had to wait until I went up to go and see Bill, but nope, we can absolutely do that now. Good thing that we are, well, somewhat. We're somewhat okay. Yeah, let's go to the Poke Center and I'll just kind of think about things real quick. Yeah, that looks about right. Hi, Clumpy. Yeah, I don't think I want to bring any of these other folks with me for something that I'll discuss when we actually get in there. But being that she is primarily a water type, yeah, Ragnarok's gonna have to sit this one out. Schloop's gonna have a hard time due to type advantage. And then the rest of these fuckers are neutral. So, yeah, you know, I mean, we're just kind of gonna have to brute force it. In which case, Arba, Buttcrap, we might have to level you up a little bit. So we're gonna go and train up just a tiny bit more. Just to make sure that this is a little bit easier on us. I feel like if we were tackling Brock under the same sort of circumstances, that it wouldn't be as, we'll say, important to go and train up. But we really don't have anything for her, so I don't know. This one's gonna be rough, and I want to be prepared. What? It can do that? I guess wait, what does it depend on? It's like terrain or something? So it seems to deal damage with a 30% chance to trigger a secondary effect. Whether it's, well, evidently poison, sleep paralysis, stat drops, something like that. That kind of depends on the actual terrain. That's what I'm finding out now, anyway. I don't know how, like, accurate that is. I don't know what terrain specifically changes that. I'm not sure, but, you know, it's a bonus that I didn't know I had, so I'm gonna roll with it for now. Oh! Oh, okay, I thought this was gonna be like a level 18 thing. Okay, Arba's evolving! Arba evolved into Kadabra. And it learned Confusion. Hell yeah, bro. Oh, we're gonna start wrecking some bug trainers with this guy. This is gonna be great. Oh, this is gonna be great. Not done yet, though. Hello, Pidgey. Unfortunately for you, I have an Arba. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. I think we're gonna hold on to Arba for a little while. Yep. Wow, crit too. Oh, these poor Oddish don't stand a chance. What is it? Like, what's the rationality for Psychic being, like, stronger against poison, I guess? Right? Is it kind of like a mind over matter thing? Like you can just kind of placebo affect yourself into not like being sick or something? I don't know. Huh. I wonder if that is it. Because every game, or every type really has a type advantage, based on something that's based on something that makes sense. If you put water on a fire, it's gonna go out, therefore, haha, water beats fire, duh. But then you get some of them, like, what was it? There was one for the fairy type, which was like steel, I think? Is that like a mythical thing? Something to do with like knights and fairies and fairy tales? That's the best I got right now. Like genuinely, I'm trying to reach into my creative thoughts and pull something out of my ass, but it's just not working. I was talking to a friend of mine recently too, maybe like the other day, after they had watched my most recent video, and they were talking to me about what certain Pokemon are and aren't available between, generations. Or, not generations, but between versions. And it came to a point where we started discussing where I was currently, and that unfortunately Bellsprout and Oddish are version exclusives. So I made a whole big stink about really wanting a Bellsprout on my team, but that's just not gonna happen. Not this time, anyway. We're gonna have to, what was it? I think it's one of the versions of Heart Gold. Or maybe both of them? Because the Bellsprout Tower is like a thing. I don't know, I only played that one once, so I'm really not as versed as I'd like to be. But God, I really hope I get a Bellsprout there. That'd be cool. They're nifty little guys. Nice. Level 19 for Schloop 2. Trying to learn Bite. Yes, please. We are going to replace... Good question. Probably Tackle. We're gonna replace Tackle. Alright. We came into here with a little bit of a disadvantage, so I did do a bit of research of some options that I might have against the particular team. I wanted to remind myself with what she had, and upon relearning it, came to a very distinct issue where half of my team was not going to be able to handle what it was that she was going to be throwing at me, and we were just kind of stuck in a deadlock and no real type advantages or anything like that. Except Schloop. We're going to just get into the battle and I'll show you what I mean. But first and foremost, yo, champ in the making, let me give you some advice. The leader Misty is a pro who uses water-type Pokemon. You can drain all the water away with grass-type Pokemon. That would be nice. Or you might use electric-type Pokemon and zap them. That would also be nice. Fuck you. Splash. I'm first up. Let's do it. I believe the rest of her, yeah, Horsey, and maybe a Goldeen? I feel like Goldeen is a Pokemon that I've seen her use. Or was that just an anime thing? Yeah, didn't she have a Sea King? I didn't watch much of the anime. Oh, a Shelter, though. That's pretty cool. I didn't watch much of the original anime up until Generation 3. And I think that's just because of, like, my generation, unfortunately. By the time I was old enough to enjoy Pokemon, my cousin was getting ready to move to college, and she ended up giving me all of her hand-me-downs, including a Game Boy Advance with Fire Red and Emerald. Now the thing was, I thought Emerald was a prettier game. I felt like this one was kind of butt ugly as a 7-year-old, so I didn't really play that one as much. It also just so happened to be that was the generation at the time, so there wasn't really a reason for me to go back and check out the old stuff, at least not, you know, young like that. But I do remember a Goldeen very distinctly, unless that's some sort of Mandela effect thing and I'm just absolutely losing my mind here. God, it's been a long day. You have a Goldeen. Also, funny thing, that cousin that I said moved to college and gave me all of her hand-me-downs, also kept under her bed a, like, I think it was a 2 set of, like, those totes that you use to put, like, I don't know, clothes and stuff in, or, like, your Christmas stuff. I don't know, those plastic totes that you can get out at Walmart. She had, like, 2 of those filled to the brim with Pokemon cards that she had. And being that she was older than me and that she's been, you know, doing all this stuff for a while, a good percentage of those cards were, like, really, really good condition, like, early cards. Like, the stuff that people, like, look for collection-wise. But, I mean, I didn't really get the value of them at the time. I don't think the trading card game or anything really started kicking off, and if it did, I'm sorry. Like, I was absolutely ignorant to that, because I chose out what my favorite ones were and separated those out into a binder, like all whatever my favorite Pokemon were at the time, and just separated those out, and then gave the rest of them to my even younger cousin, and that younger cousin gave them away too. And now I don't know where they are, but somebody is sitting on a fortune worth of shit that used to belong to me, goddammit. But also on that note, one of the kids in the household, younger kid, has also just started getting into Pokemon with me. So we've been trading the cards and stuff that I have, and I brought out that same binder to let him go through, and he was like, oh, hey, can I have this Magnemite? This is a really cool Magnemite. It's really cool, and I like it. It's shiny. I was like, sure, kid. You're 6. I'll go ahead and I'll give that to you. And he stuck it in his binder and he left and whatever. I gave that one to him in particular because I actually had a copy of it. And I think it was that my friend actually came to me and was like, hey, did you check the value of that card at all before handing it over? So we used one of those scanning apps, and I very well could be wrong because I'm not like big into the trading card shtick. But I'm fairly certain I gave that kid a $60 card, and I'm kind of regretting that a tiny bit. I do have a copy. Right? But I mean, look, right? I mean, we can go down and get you a new pack of cards, open it up, and you'll have fucking six new ones. You might end up with something cool there, too. God damn. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, good for him, right? He's a good kid. He deserves it. He really does. You know, just... I hope... I think that's my anxiety with it. He's gotta do better than I did with those cards. Okay. Took off for a minute there. I had to go and get potions before I forgot. So now we have a beautiful number of 22 potions. I wish we had other things or even really better Pokemon. What's the plan here? I think we're gonna lead with Moose. And then if shit gets tough, we're gonna switch to Arba. Because Schloop, you're gonna have to help us out here with something in a second. Hi, you're a new face. Only those trainers who have a policy about Pokemon can turn pro. What is your approach when you catch and train Pokemon? My policy is an all-out offensive with water-type Pokemon. Yeah, I will bet it is. Gym Leader, Misty. Starts off with a Staryu. You can kind of get the idea of what's going to happen here. Staryu, while itself is not a Psychic-type Pokemon, its evolution and Misty's second Pokemon is. We really don't have too much that's able to protect well enough against water types, let alone anything that's going to do anything super effective to them. So, my first thought was, oh hey, we need to go and get and like do something about that. So we trained a little bit at the beginning of this video, long enough to get Bite. So we do have something that's going to handle, well, a little bit better than throwing Ragnarok at it, for example. Arba. While we have the quick switch in, I think Arba is going to be able to tank a hit long enough for us to do something to it. I think we're gonna try and Secret Power, see if we can get something off. Some sort of status effect would be nice! Beautiful! Oh, that is exactly what we wanted. We're going to send in Schloop and not risk losing Arba. And just kind of count on that paralysis. Okay, well, water type move against a water type. Fine. Fine for the time being. Bite. Yeah. Do you have, like, a healing thing? I don't think it's gonna matter, because that's... What? What? Why do you know that? Yes! Oh my god, the flinch. And the super potion. Come on, dude. And a crit! Oh my god, my fucking heart cannot handle how this fight is going. We nailed it. Wow. For the odds that were stacked against us, that went much smoother than I thought it was going to. You can have the Cascade badge to show you beat me. They've got $2,100, which absolutely makes up for the whopping amount of money that I spent on, yeah, on the other shit. Anyway, Cascade badge makes all Pokemon up to level 30 obey. That includes even outsiders you got in trades. There's more. You can now use Cut anytime, even out of battle. You can cut down small trees to open new pathways. You can also have my favorite TM. Let me guess. Water Pulse. Use it on an aquatic Pokemon. Water Pulse. What do we have on you? Water Gun and Withdrawal. What is the damage difference? Yeah, we're gonna experiment with this for a second. Okay. 60 for Water Pulse. Oh, wonderful. It's just stronger Water Gun with a chance of confusion. I think we're gonna do that. Machine set. Yeah, you absorb that disc. Learned Water Pulse. That is so much better than I thought this was going to go. I was actually legitimately afraid. I didn't want to train too much either because I felt like the numbers that we have are reasonable. But I don't know. We really had to call our shots and play it wisely there. I was I was so genuinely stressed with those last few moves there. Okay. We can now use cut, right? But we don't actually have the move. Where do we get that from? Oh. Oh, right. No, this makes sense. You moved out of the way now. The people here were robbed. Okay. It's obvious that Team Rocket is behind this most heinous crime. Even our police force has trouble with the rockets. Really? It can't be... Oh, well... My god, did they blow a hole through your wall? Jesus Christ. You. Those miserable rockets. Look what they've done to my house. They stole a TM for teaching Pokemon how to dig holes. I was gonna use it on a Mankey, or a Sandshrew. It cost me a bundle, it did. Oh, so they dug a hole through the back. Okay. Team Rocket must be trying to dig their way into no good. Haha! Puns! Okay. We're gonna bring out Butt Crappets. Even at our levels a little bit more. You! Hey, stay out. It's not your yard. Huh? Me? I'm an innocent bystander. Don't you believe me? No! Okay, I'll return the TM I stole. Recovered the TM from the Team Rocket grunt. Put it in the TM case. Better get moving. Bye! Me too. What is this way? Nope, not a whole lot I can do there. Never mind, going this way. Oh, Route 5. Oh! And grass! Grass on Route 5. I like to imagine that we can catch something here once we jump down into the... There we go. Hey! Oh, you're kind of cute. Let's get you. What? I think you can handle a rock throw, right? Oh! Yup. Okay, time to throw a Pokeball. Beautiful! Meowth was caught. All it does is sleep during the daytime. At night, it patrols its territory with its eyes aglow. Yes, I would like to give it a nickname. We're gonna call you... We're gonna call you Quilt. Placed in box 1. Cool! Now we have a cat. What was this? I want to say... Daycare? Daycare! Would you like me to raise one of your Pokemon? Okay. So, the daycare, we are able to deposit up to 2 Pokemon here and leave them under the daycare man's care. He will watch over them and they will progressively learn, all kinds of different new moves and stuff. They will also be gaining a bunch of experience. I believe it's going at the rate of, I think it's like 1 experience point per like 2 steps or something. I don't know. I'll have Jay put it up on the screen. But hey! This is going to be very handy for the time being, just on the off chance we do end up losing anyone. So let's do Wilt. And Clompy. I would like to continue using Clompy at some point, but I don't know. The way things are right now, it's really not panning out in our favor. So, with the hopes of leveling you up, and with the hopes of you getting a few good moves. Huh? What do we got? $100. Oh, is it only a one Pokemon thing in this one? Alright, well, shit, Clompy, I'm sorry, but we're gonna put Quilt in here. The only reason being that Clompy is already a little bit higher than it in levels, and I don't need to put Florida in there, just because, you know, I don't want to use Butterfree over Clompy, if given the opportunity. Okay. Quilt is going to be hanging out here with Daycare Man, likely making quilts. So, we are ready to move on. And which way that is, I'm not 100% certain. I'm on guard duty, GM's thirsty though. Oh, wait, there. The road's closed. Oh, we need to get you, like water or something. I feel like that was a quest, right? That sounds right. Nevertheless, we only have one option, and that's the underground path. Hi, do you have a Nidoran? You want to trade it for my Nidoran? No, I don't have a Nidoran, I'm sorry, but I would like your Nidoran at some point, though. We're going through the underground path. And that's all there is to it. You there. People often lose things in the darkness of the underground path, do they? Aw, come on. You can't have told me that. Now I'm gonna be here for a while. Alright. Yeah, I very quickly stopped giving a shit. We're gonna just ignore that for the time being. Unless I end up hearing that there's something actually useful up there, and we may end up going back. But we are on Route 6, which means that's another encounter. How's my team looking? We're gonna heal you up just a tad. Oh. Oh, we don't already have an Oddish. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, we'll catch us one of you then. We're gonna use Rock Throw. I don't think that's going to do... Yeah, not a lot. Oh, but we are gonna get poison powdered, though. Yeah. Ain't that just a typical way with this damn game? Let's see if we can pull it off. Beautiful. Its scientific name is Odium Wondrous? At night, it said they walk over 1,000 feet on its 2 roots. Wow. I didn't realize there were, like, actual, like, classification names for that. That's really cool. But we do still need a name for it. Shit. Walrus. It was placed in box 1. Cool. We'll continue using Ragnarok because we gotta level you up, I guess. Ah, I'm so over this poison shit. Okay, here's the issue that we're in now, right? Look at the things I have. These things that I have do not include antidotes. I don't know specifically how far away from the nearest town we are. So we're gonna haul ass back up to fucking Cerulean. We are going to heal as necessary. Yeah, we should probably do that right now. And we gotta go all the way around. Back down here, back in here. Thank you, Nurse Joy. I really don't like poison. I'm really so tired of poison being so prevalent early on. This is just obnoxious. Everybody has a poison type, whether it's a bug or Nidoran or whatever, but we're not dealing with it anymore. Who's there? Quit listening in on us. Hamper Ricky. With a Squirtle? Okay. Well, maybe Ragnarok isn't gonna be the best choice here. Alright. Can't just win. Congratulations, Camper Ricky. You were probably the first trainer to actually give me a little bit of anxiety. Excuse me, this is a private conversation. Please tell me you're the one that has the fire type. No, you have a Rattata. Whisper, whisper. Whisper, whisper? Bunch of weirdos. Bug trainer! Never seen you around. You good? Better than you know. Shit, dog, you got a Butterfree? Okay. Wow, okay. I saw you as having one Pokemon and I thought it was gonna be just another fucking Weedle, but Butterfree's pretty cool. Minus the sleep powder. But he's cool. Really? You had to double up. Could you please do anything else? You're too good. I mean, if you'd like a rematch, I'm open to it. Are my Pokemon weak or am I just bad? No. I just have a rock. Rock squish bugs. Is there anything over here? Only a waste of time. You! Me? Well, okay, I'll play. Thanks! Wow! You're the first person on the journey that's actually responded to me. Here I was thinking that I was gonna be the typical silent protagonist. Things just didn't work. Yeah. Huh? You wanna talk to me? I do! Hello? Jeff? I like your Spearow. Vermilion City. There's a little bit of things to do here. For example, a gym. And it looks like the tree can be cut down. Yeah, we're probably gonna end up having to deal with that first before we can tackle whoever that gym leader is. But for the time being, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it every time, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!